Hey guys, GameBoy3800 here once again. We're back in Beam. It's been a little while. I took the most of the month off in June of doing videos just because it's getting a little bit boring. And don't worry, SnowRunner's coming back. Still doing stuff with that. But this video is all about an update to all the projects I've been working on throughout the past month because even though I haven't been doing videos, I have been doing a lot of projects. So let's start them off with good old Blackmagic with the quad coilover, quad cantilever suspension, and how the heck did that work? I've never seen that before. Look at that. How am I missing my left coilovers? Fixed. That was very odd. Never seen that one before. We're on Egan County Fairgrounds, I think this map is called. It's a little bit old, but it still checks out for 4th of July. Coming out on the 4th of July. I mean, the map's already up, but the 4th of July comes out on the 4th of July. I don't know if you knew that. But yeah, quad coilovers, quad cantilevers. I've shown these off before. We're not going to harp on these for too long. Just that they are a very unique handling piece. They're not, like, I'm not fully, completely happy with how they, like, collide with stuff. Because if you land off kilter, you can have the lever action arm get eaten by the tire. Even if you set everything to not self-collide with itself, it'll still do it. Why? I don't know. Anyways, you can see even with sway bars, we have quite the amount of body roll. It gives a very different driving characteristic than what we're used to. And this is available on both CRD suspension and CRC suspension on CRD. Like I said, driven these enough over the past month or two, whenever I started working on these. So we're going to yoink it into the crowd over here. I'm sure nobody was hurt in that instant. And we're going to move over here to show that we have CRC with the exact same suspension setup. Take a look at this. Quad coilover, quad cantilever on CRC. It's exactly the same as it just was on Blackmagic, but on CRC. Now, this does just make CRC even heavier, so this isn't going to be competitively viable in any sense of the word, or imagination of the word, but it is interesting. That was a perfect flip. Yeah, this won't work on all bodies. Anything that has like a very sloping back end like the Bel Air or the Nova on CRC will clip that and probably explode. But for anything that they can fit, they are quite an interesting setup. And the fronts probably will fit anything because, you know, they're inboard, pretty much. Let's send it. And see, even though that was a crazy hit, they can take a licking, that's for sure. They're not unbreakable. If you're unlucky enough or a good enough driver like I am, you can still break them. Oh, and there's what I was talking about. If you land off kilter, sometimes the rear tire does just eat the lever action arm. I think what's going on is that the rear sway bar is like pushing out the nodes of the lever action arm, and then when you land off kilter like that, the tire goes yum 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 yum. And the way to get out of it is just to back up a little bit. And yeah, that's what's up. That's what I've been trying to fix. Haven't exactly found the solution yet, but I am working on it. Gonna eat this tractor for lunch. And I guess we can just park it up in the trees. It's very camouflaged, so nobody will see it. Next, we move on to some of Bobcat's stuff. That's right, Bobcat still does a lot of interesting things. And he's been working on Tom's Leafer project. If you don't know Tom's Leafer project, we have a big old leafer monster truck from the 80s. And it used to be a Patreon only thing, but now Bobcat has ownership of it, and he's been updating it slowly but surely. And I've been doing my part in it. So he wanted a diesel engine for it, so we have ourselves a 300 horsepower, 600 cubic inch diesel, and a 6-speed automatic gearbox. And this truck does have rear steering, but for whatever reason, as soon as they added the diesel, it just killed any LUA for this monster truck, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm probably just bad, but we never know. Anyways, a leafer monster truck, if you haven't seen one of these are very big, very heavy. This is 7,000 kilograms. That's going to be what? 19,000 pounds? 17,000 pounds? Maybe a little bit less, but still. Airtime is not what these things are really meant for. They're meant for going slowly over cars, crushing cars, pulling heavy trailers in tractor pulling situations. Now, I'm not sure if Bobcat's Leafer project will come out on Beam Monsters or if that'll come out on their own Beam Motorsports website. But it should be interesting, and it should be free. I'm hoping it's going to be free for everybody, just like how a CRD is on Beam Monsters. Now, this project is far from finished. That's why you see like see-through doors, or if I hit a jump really, really awkwardly, I'll just break a tire, even if it looks like I landed square and flat and safe. So I'm purposefully not taking the biggest jumps. But let's see what happens if I say no you to that logic and just hit this airplane jump right here. Oh no. Rip. You can see the body has a lot of crushability. It's all steel. It's pretty cool like that. We'll go ahead and give it one more big send off towards wherever Black Magic went, because there is another Leafer project to showcase. Oh, there we go. Just like I said before, you can break off a wheel just with an unlucky hit. That looks like it was square and flat or survivable, but then you just die. We are not done with the Leafer projects though, because we have ourselves, what is that? That is an airplane engine. That's an Allison V12. And look at that power curve. 3,000 horsepower out of a huge supercharger. So this is meant to be like Awesome Kong 2's engine. And even with a heavily nerfed single-speed gearbox, this thing is still ridiculously fast. It can do power wheelies like at any speed. Look at that. Can do insane pulls. Can do huge jumps. It's got some issues because the original rear engine version of a Leafer add-on I showed off like, I don't know, 2 years ago. I did that in 20 minutes, and as such, the engine mounts are still up front. So if I showcase the engine position, you can see they all lead up to the front. It's very sus. So I'm sure Bobcat will fix that up eventually. But that does mean that the engine, like in the coding, just flops around. At least I made it look mostly stable in the model here. But going for a huge send here, 60 miles an hour in an instant, it's not meant for big jumps at all. It destroys the entire thing. But it's a lot of fun. Let's do the big jump off the back of the flip ramp. Look at that air. For a Leafer, that's insane. I'm going to reset the truck here. It's going to ruin my spawns, I'm sure, but it'll be fine. Because what I want to do is a Leafer backflip, and this engine will let me do it. I wish I had rear steering, but whatever reason, the diesel engine I added killed all the LUA for this mod. I'm sure it's just a skill issue. Beautiful. That's exactly what I thought would happen. It would lose your wheel, but do a perfect flip. Oh, that is not where I meant to spawn you, but that's fine. You're out of the way. What's the fun of being out of the way when we can send it? So, you're going to the pile. Whee! Over you go. Oh, it didn't miss so much fun. What do you know? And this is the last, largest project I've been working on, aside from the cantilever stuff. This is a brand new chassis. What's so different about it, you might ask? Well, it is basically all brand new. Got a brand new cage, got a brand new roofline, brand new suspension, narrow rear suspension. It's the same as the CRD 3 custom 2020 chassis that the new Gravedigger runs in BevPack. So this is also going to be a BevPack update, where we got CRD 3 2020's chassis. And it's got quite a lot of bodies on it. Every one of these bodies was moved via J-beam to fit on this, pretty much. It's got a lot of different bodies. That took a long time to finalize everything here. What was the last one I just did? I did the 2019 Dodge Ram body from, I think, Bandage Pack? Or was it the Indie Pack? I forget. But let's take a look at it. There we go. So the idea behind this chassis is that it's just a much more accurate CRD 3. Better roofline, better suspension, better chassis model. But it's still basically a CRD 3. Got special CRD 3 suspension in the back, but you can still have any regular CRD 3 suspension up front. And there's like 40 presets for CRD 3 2020s to fit all the bodies and some of the paints on them. There's also like a 2023 Snakebite body on it. Now, if you don't have the requisite packs to install them, like Madness Pack, like the Indie Pack, then you can still select the bodies, but they'll just be invisible because you don't have the body model from the required pack installed. So I'll be sure to link them in the BevPack update, or mention them somehow. Yeah, this was a huge undertaking, not only getting the chassis to be as accurate as possible, but also getting all the bodies to fit on it. Like, they all needed some movements, they all needed new supports for the ones that did have supports. This body just doesn't have supports, but for the ones that do, they all needed brand new supports. And, you know, there's a lot of bodies to choose from, so that was a lot of work to go through. So yeah, this will be out 4th of July. I don't know when my pack updates will be out. I'll try to get them out the same day, 4th of July. However, given that there's still more I want to do, there's a crazy new body idea I want to do, or 2, or 3. And of course the engine textures are still not done yet because they just take a long time to do. So I'll probably save my update for when I have more to show for it than just a cantilever suspension. I've just been busy. Truck handles so good though. Can corner perfectly flat, no wobbling of any kind. Just handles beautifully. Rip. Let's go ahead and give it one last big send over here. I don't know where though, I guess over into the trucks. Oh, those are not collidable. Alright then. I guess over to this truck. That's collidable, I know. Bunk. There's a weird save, come on. Ah, no save. Rip. Hood's all torn up. Lost a wheel. We're dead. Dead in the water. But that's it. A lot of projects for both CRD, Leafer, and CRC. The main one, Bev Pack, that'll be coming out on July 4th. Leafer Pack stuff will come out just with the Leafer. Whether that'll be on Beam Monsters or Beam Motorsports, I don't know. And then adjustable add-ons, cantilever stuff will come out whenever it's ready. If you're up for all that, you can leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course, don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks, Gameboy. I'll see you all in the future. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Goodbye.